Hello and welcome to the Daily Forex Report for May 3rd. We are looking at the US-Japanese yen pair. This pair moved higher but pulled back significantly prior to the close. Closed up, did create an inside bar. Look for this pair to potentially go as high as 80.86, possibly as low as 79.78. Look for some resistance around 80.60 and look for some support around 80.00. Now the Euro-USD pair, this pair surged to the downside significantly prior to pulling back higher, closed just a little bit low. Look for this pair to potentially go as high as 132.36, possibly as low as 130.35. Look for some resistance around 131.95 and look for some support around 130.95. Now looking at the pound US dollar pair, this pair closed lower during this last session, almost created an inside bar, but did go a pip or two lower. Look for it to potentially go as high as 162.69, possibly as low as 161.06. Look for some resistance around 162.35 and look for some support around 161.50. Now the US Swiss, this pair surged to the upside, pull back before the close. Look for it to potentially go as high as 0.9214, possibly as low as 0.9072. Look for some resistance around 0.9175 and look for some support around 0.9115. All right, let's talk about the news announcements for tomorrow. We have the Eurozone releasing their retail sales for March at 5 a.m. Eastern. Consensus on that is that it has moved a little bit higher from a negative 2.1% to a negative 1.1%. At 8:30 a.m. Eastern, we have the U.S. change in non-farm payrolls for April being released, showing an increase potentially from 120K up to 165K. Then we have the unemployment rate for April being released as well. They're showing a hold at 8.2%. Now, as far as what I'm looking at during this next session, if we go over to the US-Japanese yen pair, this pair did create an inside bar over this last session. Let me tag the high and the low of the previous there. And then what I'd like to do is go ahead and drop down to the hour time frame, back out a little ways and kind of take a look at what occurred today. Very similar to what happened previously. You can see that we have the market moved higher, pulled back, somewhat of a head and shoulders, stretched out a little bit, not the best formation of one, but nonetheless we have a trend line here that's developed over the past couple of sessions that tagging the lows, that if we get a break below it, we could look for it to come on down to this point. It would be around a quick 20 pip. Let me zoom in a little bit. Quick 20 pip move or so. Currently dropping from 80.16 down about 14 pips. Now it's moving higher, so keep an eye on this. If it moves higher again and then drops over here, it's going to be a little bit more pips because this trend line is continuing to move higher. So over time, this is going to, the potential, as you can see, difference between where you would short to where you would exit is going to grow with time. So we'll just have to keep an eye on this pair over the next several hours. Well, I hope that helps, and until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.